Cowboys and Jags. Now, this is actually a game that I think is very interesting.
Very interesting.
We're in Jacksonville. The Cowboys just had a really, really weird game against the Texans where, honestly, Texans should have won, but it's the Texans. You get Jacksonville. They just had a huge game against the Titans. They're riding high on momentum. This is a very weird game for me, and it's also a trap. You look at the spread, it's 4.5. Cowboys are favored. But this game, I think it's going to be closer than many people think it's going to be. And don't be surprised if the Jaguars beat the Cowboys.
No, I'm not
in this game. Because we talked about in the last week's show, it's like there's a chance, although it be small, that the Jaguars can still win the division. Titans have a tough schedule moving forward, plus their weapons on offense. I think people figured out how to take care of the Titans. Jaguars, though, Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football he's played his entire career. Christian Kirk's been playing well. Their defense played well. Trayvon Walker's coming alive, first overall pick. And Cowboys just struggled against the Texans. Dak Prescott played like shit. And outside of Tony Pollard, it's like, who else you got?
Yeah, who else you got running the ball? It's like Zeke. It's nice when he shows up and has a good game, but it was against Houston.
Yeah.
Like, it was against Houston. So you have to preface it with that. And then the fact that the Cowboys haven't really been in too many close games where they've had to win it besides Houston, which is, again,
the 1-11
it was Houston.
Texans.
Yeah. And the Jaguars are just in a position where in December, it's really hard to play in Florida just because of the humidity. And the Cowboys are sure they're in Texas, but they usually play indoors. And then for the most part, they're playing cold weather teams in the NFC. But I think the humidity is going to be a factor. And then I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a huge question mark in this game because they have to protect him. And if they can't hold off the Cowboys pass rush, I don't think Trevor Lawrence really stands a chance. So we're going to learn a lot about both of these teams. I'm still going to go with Dallas to win, but you really just got to keep your eye on to see how Trevor handles the pass rush. Because if they can weather the storm on that front, I think that's the key to beating Dallas. Because I feel like the only way for Dallas to beat people is to overwhelm you with their pass rush. But there's better teams in the league that are going to be able to weather it. But like the Vikings game, they just caught them on the day where they were not prepared to block. And that's the case with the Jags. You're just going to get lit up. But if you can hang around, I feel like Trevor can string a drive together.
Yeah. Honestly, in this game, I think the key to this game is really Trevor Lawrence. Can he limit the mistakes? Which the last few weeks, the answer is yes. And can he avoid the pressure? Can he do the dump offs? Can ETN, be that check down guy? Evan Ingram had a big game last week. For me, first thing with the Cowboys. Mentioned Zeke. Zeke's had a touchdown in 6 straight games.
That's great.
He's played well.
Love that.
Zeke's played well the last couple of weeks. However, the Cowboys, realistically, the key to this game is going to be containing CeeDee Lamb. If you can contain CeeDee Lamb, you're left with people like Michael Gallup. And you might see the premiere of T.Y. Hilton. And like T.Y. Hilton, he's not the T.Y. Hilton of the Andrew Luck era. This is like Titans Julio Jones. Like this isn't the T.Y. that where like people are expecting. Like Cowboys fans are excited to see T.Y. Hilton on the Cowboys tickets if it solves all their problems. This isn't the T.Y. that played with Andrew Luck. This is 33-year-old T.Y. Hilton, who's been hurt several times. It's like, I hope he's good, and it's going to be great if he is. But like, tamper expectations. I'm going to pick the Jags to win this game.
He hasn't played either.
It's a new system. First time he's played outside of Indy. I picked the Jags for this reason. They think that they can win the division. Cowboys, last couple of weeks, they've struggled. Realistically, I'm just talking about the Texans game because every other game they've blown out. But the Jaguars, they think they can win this division. Trevor's been playing really well. And I just feel the Jags win. I don't know. Call it intuition.
I like it. I feel it too, but I feel like the Cowboys are going to win this game. But it's amazing how you can be so dominant, but if you struggle against the Texans, it's like they're such a bad team that when you struggle against them, it feels like you struggled for weeks just because it's like you played that bad against that team who's probably not going to win another game this year, finish 1-14-1. So you're just like, oh, is this a problem or is this a blip on the radar? And then that team also is waiting the whole week to get the monkey on their back, just dreading like, wait, are we good or are we not? So it's like, especially when you have someone like Mike McCarthy at the helm, it's like, that's also an issue that's going to come arise in the playoffs.
Yeah.